Hello friends, welcome to the channel Dewdear Academy. So in this video I am discussing the question paper Junior Health Inspector Exam question paper conducted by the Department of Health Services. So the first question is, a commonly used food preservative is. A commonly used food preservative is. The options are A. Sodium chloride, B. Potassium chloride, C. Sodium benzoate and D. None of these. The question is commonly used food preservative. So in these options we have to analyze each of the options. The first one is sodium chloride. What about sodium chloride? It is commonly known as a table salt. Sodium chloride is commonly known as table salt. And we should know it is used for the food preservation through dehydration. So this is the table salt, and it is not primarily classified as a chemical preservative, but its main role in the preservation is to create an environment with low water activity which inhibits the microbial growth. It creates an environment with low water activity, thus it inhibits the microbial growth, but it is not mainly considered or not primarily classified as a chemical preservative. Then the second option is potassium chloride. So this potassium chloride is usually considered as a salt substitute in low sodium diet. So it can be in case of people with low sodium diet requirement, we can consider this as a salt substitute. So that is the main importance of this potassium chloride. So it is not typically used as a food preservative. Then the third option, that is sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate is a widely used chemical preservative. It is a widely used chemical preservative in acidic foods and beverages like fruit juices, soft drinks, jams and pickles. So this is mainly, the sodium benzoate is mainly a chemical preservative. It is a chemical preservative, and it prevents the growth of microorganisms such as bacteria, yeast and mold by creating an inhospitable acidic environment. So here the correct answer is sodium benzoate, because it is widely used as a food preservative that inhibits the growth of bacteria, yeast and mold in acidic food and beverages like the fruit juices, carbonated drinks and pickles. Then none of these. So that option is incorrect, because sodium benzoate is considered as a recognized and commonly used food preservative. So the correct answer is option C, sodium benzoate. So these types of questions and the answers, explanation of the answers will be useful for all people, all students who are preparing for the different competitive examinations. It can be the JPHN JHI exams and also the DME, DHS and other PSC examinations and RRB, aims, all these exams. Those who are preparing for these students, it will be very useful because in these videos we are analyzing all the options and give you the answer. So the next question, so here in this question the commonly used food preservative is sodium benzoate is the correct answer. Then the second question, which among the following is the unit to express the power of lens? Question is, which among the following is the unit to express the power of lens? So the power of lens is the main the question. Options are A. candela, B. angstrom, C. diopter and D is watt. So which among the following is the unit to express the power of lens? The first option when we are taking, first is the candela. What is candela? So candela means it is the SI unit of luminous intensity. This is the SI unit of luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. It measures the brightness of a light source in specific direction. The luminous intensity means it measures the brightness of the light source in a specific direction. So it has no relation to the power of a lens. It has no relation to power of lens. So that is not the correct answer. Then the option is angstrom. Angstrom means it is the unit of length. Mainly it is used to measure the wavelength of light. So angstrom is used to measure the wavelength of light and also the atomic dimensions. So this is also not used for lens power measurement. The next option C is diopter. diopter is the unit used to express the optical power of lens. It is the unit to measure the or to express the optical power of a lens. It is defined as reciprocal of focal length of the lens. That means this diopter, we will the short form is D. So D is equal to, the formula is that D is equal to 1 by focal length. D is equal to 1 by focal length. 1 by focal length of the lens, that is in meters. Focal length we express in meters. So optical power of lens is or diopter is the 1 by focal length. Okay, power of lens we are expressing in D, that is equal to 1 by focal length in meters. So we can say diopter is the unit that is used to express the optical power of lens. So the question here is the unit to express the power of lens. The correct answer is diopter. And the last option is watt. What is the SI unit of power in terms of energy transfer? So that is not the power of lens, but it is the SI unit of power in terms of energy transfer. Okay, SI unit of power in terms of energy transfer only, not the power of lens. So these are the different options. Candela, which is the SI unit of luminous intensity. Then angstrom is the wavelength of light, the unit, or it is expressed as the wavelength of light. Diopter is the optical power of lens, and that is equal to 1 by focal length. And watt is the SI unit of power, which is in terms of energy transfer. So diopter is the correct unit to measure the power of the lens. It is the correct unit to measure the power of lens, as it specifically quantifies how strongly the lens converges or diverges the light. It shows how strongly the lens is converging or diverging the light, and so we can say this is the correct answer. Optical power of lens is expressed as in diopter. Then the third question. Exponent of the theory of population. Who is the exponent of theory of population? Theory of population. There are 4 options. First option, Thomas Malthus. Option B, J.M. Keynes. Option C, Alfred Marshall. And option D is Walker. So first option is Thomas Malthus. What is the theory of population? The theory of population. So in that we know Thomas Malthus is the key proponent of this Malthusian theory. Thomas Malthus is considered as the key proponent of Malthusian theory of population, and it is mainly introduced in his famous work, that is an essay on the principle of population. Okay, so that main theory, the theory of population, or we will call it as Malthusian theory. So he argued that the population growth tends to outpace the growth of food supply, leading to shortage, famine, and other societal issues, unless checked by factors such as war, disease, or moral restraint. So this theory forms the foundation of the population studies, Malthusian theory, or we can say the proponent is Thomas Malthus. So that is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. Then option B, J.M. Keynes. So in this John Maynard Keynes, he is an influential economist known for his Keynesian economics. So he is mainly known for the Keynesian economics. Keynesian economics, that is focusing on the aggregate demand, then employment and government intervention in economic activities. So he is not associated with developing the theory of the population. So option B is not the correct answer. Then option C, Alfred Marshall. He was also a classical economist. He is best known for his contributions to microeconomics. He is mainly contributed in microeconomics. economics, and he has a book, Principles of Economics. So he focused on demand and supply and market equilibrium. So he is also concerned with the demand, supply, everything associated with the economics. But he is not associated with the population studies. Alfred Marshall is not associated with the population studies, but he is associated with the economics, that is microeconomics concerning the demand and supply. The next is Walker. Walker was also an economist and statistician, and he contributed to labor economics. He mainly contributed to labor economics and demographic studies, but he does not propose the theory of population. So he is not associated with the theory of population, but he is associated with the demographic studies and labor economics. But the theory of population is mainly contributed by Thomas Malthus. So his theory is known as Malthusian theory, and the correct answer is exponent of theory of population, Thomas Malthus. Then the fourth question. The people experience blurred near vision when reading, sewing or working at computer due to the loss of elasticity of lens of eye that occurring in middle and old age. This is called. The question once more, that is the people experience blurred near vision when reading, sewing or working at computers, or if they are working at computer, due to the loss of elasticity of lens. So this is occurring due to loss of elasticity of lens. So loss of elasticity of lens of the eye, and it is mainly occurring in middle and old age. That is mainly occurring in middle and old age. So what is that condition called as? There are four options here. First one is glaucoma, second is astigmatism, third presbyopia, and the fourth is myopia. So when we are analyzing each of the options, the first one, glaucoma. What is glaucoma? Okay, glaucoma is an eye condition which is caused by increased intraocular pressure. Glaucoma is mainly concerned with increased IOP, which can damage the optic nerve and lead to vision loss. So this can cause damage to optic nerve, and it also result in vision loss. So that is not related to difficulty focusing on near objects due to aging. The question is difficulty in focusing on near objects due to the middle or old age, or when it occur in middle and old age, or due to aging. The question is concerned with the problems with focusing on near objects. But the glaucoma means increased intraocular pressure leading to vision problems, vision loss. So that is not the correct answer. This is not the correct answer. Then second option is astigmatism. This is a refractive error caused by irregular curvature of the cornea or lens. So irregular curvature of cornea or lens result in problems like this refractive error. So this is a refractive error. Astigmatism is a refractive error. So that also leads to blurred vision or distorted visions, but it can occur at all distances. It is not the difficulty focusing on near objects, or it is not specifically associated with aging. Astigmatism is mainly because of the irregular curvature of the cornea or lens leads to blurred vision or distorted vision, which may occur at near distance or at a far distance. So that is not specific to near vision, or no problems with near vision only, or it is not associated with aging. So we cannot consider this as a correct answer. This is the refractive error. Astigmatism is considered as a refractive error. So this is not the correct answer. Then we have presbyopia. This is an age-related condition. Presbyopia is an age-related age-related condition. This is an age-related problem where the lens of the eye loses the elasticity. So when the lens of the eye loses that elasticity, it makes the problem to focus on close objects or near objects. If the elasticity of the lens is lost, that may cause problems with focusing on close objects. So this can mainly occur in middle or old age, and also it is corrected with the reading glasses or bifocals. So this can be corrected with reading glasses. This is mainly causing the problems with the focusing on near objects as the lens of the eye loses the elasticity. That is the main concern or main problem with this presbyopia. So that is the correct answer, because here it is mainly occurring associated with the aging, and also that is causing problems with focusing on close objects. The reason is it is due to the loss of elasticity of the lens. So that is the correct answer. Then what is myopia? Myopia, it is also known as nearsightedness. Myopia means nearsightedness. That means it is a refractive error where the distant objects are appearing blurry because the eye focus image in front of the retina. Images are focused in front of the retina. So what happens is the distant objects become blurred. That is not related to aging, or it is not due to the loss of elasticity in the lens. So this is also not the correct answer. The correct answer is presbyopia. Because the difficulty in reading, sewing or working on a computer due to the loss of elasticity in the eye lens, mainly that is occurring in middle and old age. The correct answer is presbyopia. Okay, then we are moving on to the next question. That is question number 5. The part of brain located below the thalamus but just above the brainstem that govern body temperature, thirst, sleep and sex drive is called as. So what is the question? The question is, we have to identify which is the part of brain that is located below the thalamus. One other option or one another clue which we will be getting from this question is it is located below the thalamus, but it is just above the brainstem. Just above the brainstem. And it is governing the body temperature. It is governing the body temperature, thirst, sleep and sex drive. So which is the part of the brain? So the correct answer is, before that we should know the options, that is cerebellum, pons, cerebrum and hypothalamus. So when we are hearing this question is very easy. From the options itself we know which part of the brain is controlling the body temperature. We know hypothalamus is the correct answer. So what about cerebellum? Cerebellum is located at the back of the brain below the cerebrum, and it is responsible for coordinating voluntary movements, balance and posture. Okay, that is mainly concerned with the balance, posture and also the coordination of the voluntary movements. That is not regulating the body temperature, thirst or sleep. It is not regulating the body temperature, thirst or sleep, but it is mainly associated with the coordination of the movements, voluntary movements, balance and posture. So that is not the correct answer. Then we have the second option, that is pons. So that is part of the brainstem, and it plays a role in relaying the signals between different parts of the brain and spinal cord. So pons helps in relaying the signals, between different parts of the brain. It regulates the sleep and breathing, but it is not directly responsible for governing the body temperature, thirst or sex drive. It has a function in regulation of the sleep. It regulates the sleep, but it does not have that functions associated with maintenance of the body temperature, thirst or sex drive. The correct answer is, so the pons is not the correct answer. Then we have the cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain that is responsible for higher brain functions. So that is the largest part of the brain, and it is having higher brain functions. So which are the higher brain functions? Like the thought, concerned with thought, reasoning, and also voluntary muscle control. So the thought, reasoning, and voluntary muscle control. So these are the main functions, but it is not specifically regulating the homeostatic functions like body temperature or thirst. That is not maintained by cerebrum. Then we have hypothalamus. That is a small region that is located, hypothalamus. From the term itself, it is located below the thalamus. So we have that option or clue here, that is located below the thalamus, that is hypothalamus. And it is above the brainstem also. It is above the brainstem. That plays a crucial role or critical role in maintaining the homeostasis in the body. That is by regulating the body temperature, thirst and hunger, then sleep-wake cycle and sex drive and reproduction, and release of the hormones through the pituitary. So which are the main functions? Regulation of body temperature, thirst and hunger, sleep-wake cycles, then sex drive and reproduction, and also release of hormones via the pituitary gland. So the correct answer is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is the correct answer because that is a brain structure responsible for governing the body temperature, thirst, sleep, and sex drive. So hypothalamus is the part of brain that is located below the thalamus. So part of brain that is located below the thalamus but just above the brainstem. So thank you all of you for watching this video. I hope this video is useful for all job aspirants who are preparing for different competitive nursing examinations. Thank you.